Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, my crafty friends, and happy holidays. My name is Robyn Pitts with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. Welcome to day 8 of our 12 Days of Christmas craft series. For today's project, I created this adorable bow basket using a digital file that I purchased from thedreamingtree.com. I will be sure to include a link in the description box to this file. Everyone knows that unicorns and mermaids have been all the rave this year, and I wanted to create a cute little Christmas basket for my friend's daughter. Before I show you all the content inside, let me just give you an overview of the basket. This is an adorable basket. As you can see, I had that fun paper. I found these adorable little unicorn tags at Marshall's. This is a side. There you can see the little mermaid and the unicorn. So this basket is really a wonderful size. It's actually pretty deep and it can hold a lot of content. So let me show you some of the fun things that I've included in it. I found this adorable little unicorn pom-pom. A cute little manicure set. We have mermaid chapstick in purple and green. I found this mermaid nail art for kids. I'm including this soft pastel pink nail polish. This kid-friendly mermaid hydrating mask. We have this fun mermaid nail file. And last but not least, I'm including these cute little bath bombs. One is in a lavender scent and one is in a cherry bomb set. They smell so wonderful. But this is the basket. I just think it is so adorable, and I just love the fact that I can use this paper. She's gonna love this. There's also a paper stack that features dogs and cats on it. I do have that, and so I can make my own little bark basket with fun little doggy treats. But I wanted you to see how deep this is. Okay, so this is my mermaid and unicorn basket. I did create some additional Christmas baskets. I made this basket. This is more of the traditional Christmas colors. I love the plaids with the little specks of gold through it. There's a green bow. This poinsettia and the green spray are flowers that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. This is a side. And I've just filled the inside with red crinkled paper. But I just love the way these baskets turned out. These are so adorable and they are super easy to make. In fact, if you stay after the project review, I will show you how to put together one of these. And I made one more basket. So pretty. This kind of reminds me of a Hawaiian Christmas theme. You've got a little bit of the oranges and the corals and the reds. I have this little poinsettia here and more of this fill in the background. And I love these big bows here. Now that you've seen how adorable these little baskets are, let's make one of them together. I'm going to go grab my supplies and I'll be right back. I have gathered all of the materials that we will need in order to make this basket. On the left side here we have the decorative paper, and I've cut out a series of mermaids and unicorns. On the bottom here, we have the decorative piece, which will go on the base of the basket. In the center here, we have the actual frame of the basket. And then here, we have the base of the basket. So what I'm going to do first is grab this piece, and I'm going to fold along the score lines. Just like so, and then I want to find the coordinating piece that goes with it. And for this, it's going to be this teal blue snowflake. So I'm going to glue that down. And make sure we line this up so that there's an even border around the piece, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side. If I hadn't mentioned, I am using art glitter glue for this project. So I'm so excited to make this basket. This is going to my friend's little girl. She loves unicorns and she loves mermaids, and this Christmas paper that I got at Michael's is perfect because it's got unicorns and mermaids in a Christmas theme. Go figure. I'd never seen anything like that. Okay, so we have this glued down. Next, we want to work on these pieces. This is kind of the infrastructure of the bag. There are perforation lines throughout. What you want to do is make sure that you fold these, all of them, very well. And then there are perforation lines in the center here. You want to get that as well. Okay, you want to do that to the second piece. Okay, score on all the lines. This just makes it easier when we get ready to put the designer paper on. Okay, so that one's done, and this one is done. Now what we want to do is turn this over. There are 12 spokes, if you will. There's 6 on this panel and 6 on this panel, and these coordinate to the decorative paper that we have on this side. Now what you want to notice is that these holes are not all perfectly aligned in the middle. Some you'll see are skewed off to the left, some are in the center, some are off to the right. What you want to do is make sure you line up the decorative paper to the hole that matches exactly, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. So for this first one, this one looks like, nope. This one looks like it goes right here. There should be an even border around each piece. So that one goes there. I'm just going to lay these out first. This one goes there. And this one, I don't know if you can see it, it's all the way to the left. So this one goes right here. This one is off to the right, so that would go, that coordinates to this one right here. This one is right in the middle, so this hole here is right in the middle. And then this one is in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, and then I'll be right back. I've gone ahead and glued down all of the decorative pieces of paper on these tabs. Now what we need to do is to glue these pieces to the base of the basket. And so what we're going to do is flip this over. And it's going to be aligned just like this. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Going to be glued just like so. Okay. So I'm going to get my glue. You want to make sure there's a nice bead of glue along the edge here. It's very important to make sure that the edges are glued in, especially if you're going to have anything bearing any weight like this basket will. And so I'm going to push this up right against the score lines here. Make sure they're perfectly aligned, and they are. And I'm going to glue that in. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Line this piece up, right up to the score line, just like so. And then glue it down. Now that I have these panels glued in, I just want to turn it over and burnish it really well. And while we have it open, I'm going to take this piece, which is the liner, and we're going to glue it right in here. And if it helps, you can fold the sides up so you know exactly where to position it. Put this right here, right up against the score line. Okay, let's put our basket to the side. Next, you want to grab these three pieces, which are the handle. And this is going to be curved over the basket like so. So what we need to do is train it. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and just kind of add some curve to it. That's probably too much, but there we go. So you've got some nice curve there. Now what we want to do is glue our decorative piece of paper onto the handle. So I'm going to put some glue on. You don't want to put too much, but you do want to make sure you get to the edge of the scallops so that they don't lift. Okay. I'm going to line this up. And it should be right centered in the middle. Okay. There we go. And you just want to work it from side to side. The reason I'm doing this with my finger on the left is so that we can make sure that there's a nice curve there as opposed to flattening it out. Okay, that looks good. Now this piece here is going to be glued on the inside, just like so. The one thing though is you do not want to glue it all the way down to where the hole is. You want to leave that part open. The reason being is that the outside of this handle is going to be glued to the outside of the basket, and this will be glued to the inside. So you won't be able to do that if you glue it all the way down. The first thing you want to do though is make sure that the holes line up, and they do. And then you want to put, I'd put glue just right here in the middle. That'll give you enough wiggle room. Okay. Again, you want to make sure that you line the holes up. That'll be a guide. Okay. Then you want to put this right down the middle. I know I said put the glue all the way out to the edges, but in this case you really didn't need to, because it's this piece inside is narrower than this outside piece. Now we want to work on our bows. I've just finished cutting these out. So you'll notice that there are two different bows. You have the one that has the double side here, and then you have this single piece. Let's work with this one first with the double tail. So let's train this and curve it just like we did for the handle. We're going to do that to all four pieces of the bow. And then you want to take this double-sided piece, and you'll notice on the edge of this piece, you have what looks like a, I guess, half moon or half of a donut. You want to glue this to one side, just like so. Can you see that? Okay, so it's on the opposite side of the circle. So just take some glue, and you can glue it right up to, there's a little score line right there. You can glue it right up to there. And then here, there's a little mark here that tells you where to glue it. So you want to go right up to that circle and just hold it for a few seconds. Okay, then you want to do the other side. And you want to put this right up so that it's flushed against that other piece, not obstructing this little circle, because that's where the brad is going to go. Just hold that for a few seconds. Okay, you want to do it to the second large one. Just hold. And then with this single piece, you want to glue it to itself, just like so. Just line up the circles. We're going to do it to this one here. Just put a little too much glue there. Okay, so now that we have our pieces glued, what you want to do is grab the large bow, and you want to make sure that the bows are facing, the bow is facing up as opposed to facing down. And then you want to take this piece, and this is going to slide right here in the center, just like that. Okay, you want to glue that, glue the donut. Making sure that the pieces line up just so. Let that hold for a little bit. And while you're doing that, you want to grab the tail and that's going to go in the back. So there's your bow. Just hold to make sure that everything is attached well. Okay, we're going to repeat that for the other bow. Line up the circles. You can push this forward if you like. And then we're going to glue the tail. Now we want to start gluing our panels together. So again, we have these panels here. What you want to do is take this piece and you want to bring it behind each other, just like so. So you want to make sure you have this piece, the next piece goes behind it and behind, so that it lines up just like so. So let's go and put some glue just around the little hole. Just, we want to hold it in place until we have a chance to put the brad in. line the circles up just like so. And then that's going to come in just like this, but we're not going to glue that in just yet. And so on the other side, you want to do the same thing. This piece is going to go behind and behind. Okay, and just hold that. Okay. So a little bit more glue here. Okay, so now we want to assemble the box. What you want to do is go and get your bow and some brads. I'm just taking a coordinating pink brad. So you have your bow, your handle, then you want to put it through this first panel here on the bottom. You want to get the left panel, put that on the brad. You want to get the right panel, and then you want to take this inside piece, hopefully you can see that, and then put the brad through that, and then you can open up your brad to secure everything. Just like so. So it should look like this. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Taking my pink little brad right through the bow. We're going to put the brad and the bow together through the little handle, through this outside piece. The left side of the basket. The right side of the basket. And then finally that inside part of the handle. And then open up your brad pieces. Okay, and there is your little basket. The next thing we need to do is to apply these support pieces. You'll notice that there's a perforation line here, so I've just scored along that line. And these are going to go right here. This actually creates more stability for it. So what I'm going to do is actually glue on the first piece. I want to get that perfectly aligned and right up against the score line. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. Trying to make sure that we get it right against the score line. And then what you can do is just take these pieces and fold it back and then finish gluing. You're going to make sure you get a nice line against the sides and just take your time and glue it in. And that side is complete. And let's do that on this side. See, without this liner, the basket is still pretty flimsy. So again, I want to fit this against here. So that it's right against the score line. Okay. And then we want to glue down the rest of the pieces. Just fold this piece up. Okay, and then that's going to go down just like so. And there is our finished little basket. That is too adorable. This concludes my review of my bow basket. Hopefully I've inspired you with some fun and creative ideas. If you like this video, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to join us tomorrow for day 9 of our 12 Days of Christmas craft series. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish